All right, all right, all right. Testing, testing, testing. Making sure the audio's coming through. Avery's here, so let me drag his butt in here.
Late, late, late,
I'm not late. I'm like
late,
right
late,
on
late,
time.
late. You're not early, you're late.
Well, if I'm a few minutes late, that actually means I'm right on time.
Late.
Whatever. Hey, Manuel, how's it going? Manuel says, "Good evening, my friend Drew. Happy Saturday night. Happy Saturday night to you too as well." Avery, I had a fantastic day at the store,
Oh.
and you might be surprised why.
Why?
I expected a couple had come in last Saturday and said they were going to come back this Saturday with some bins of comics. So I got very excited about getting new comics. They never showed up, but that's okay. Another guy I know brought in some comics, and I made him a deal. I probably paid too much for him, but whatever. I mean, he's a guy that regularly brings me comics, so I was happy to have something. But guess what? One of Todd's followers stopped in the store.
Oh, cool.
MK came
Nice.
in. I got to meet him. We talked for a while. He was there. Uh, he was in Jacksonville for a reason. I'm not going to go into details. That's his
Sure.
personal
Yeah,
stuff.
that's his business.
But yeah, he stopped by to say hi and bought some things and
Fantastic.
wanted to throw me a couple extra bucks. And I told him he can't do that, but he could buy something. So I ended up selling him 2 pieces of original hero art.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, he's like, I came because I wanted to see your book. And I'm like, well, I ain't got any to sell.
Yeah.
So I got to work on that. But anyway, okay, hold on a second. Glenn's here. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? You again? Welcome back. Yeah, it's me again. You guys can't get rid of me. I'm like a bad fungus in between the toes. I know it's a bad joke. Andy's here. Hey, Andy, how's it going? Says, hey there, Drew. Welcome to the show, my friend. Manuel says, I watched your video today. It was very funny, scamming. It says, give you $2,000 to buy groceries. Yeah, well, what's so funny about that scam? Avery, I'm not sure if you heard this one. They call you up and they're calling about health care, right? And they want to transfer you to a healthcare provider to get insurance. And they're going to pay you $2,000 just to listen to the spiel. And what they tell you is when you get the person on the line, tell them this, and they're coaching you on what to say. And then they actually say during the conversation, I'm going to transfer you to the agent. They're going to go through the whole thing. And then once it's done, we'll be on the line and we'll cut you a check for $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to listen. They tell you ahead of time, we're going to listen into the entire conversation.
Yeah.
So if you give any personal information
They
to
got
the, they're going to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you people are pieces of crap, you know? Horrible people. But Dave says, Drew and Avery, hello to you. How are you? Very good. Excellent.
Hello.
You know what the best part about live streaming on Saturday night? Tomorrow is Sunday.
Oh.
Plus, it's a 3-day weekend, so technically I have off Monday too. I'm off from both jobs on Monday. So
you're off in the head.
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
I can think of something you can go do yourself.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? What's so crazy? I normally don't get a lot of scam calls on the weekend. I got probably half a dozen today, and not just the calls in which you answer the phone and nobody's there.
Uh-huh.
I actually talked to people numerous
All right.
times today, and I was rather shocked at that. Like, they're working overtime. So,
Man, working hard.
Rosie's here. Money. Yeah, that's right. Rosie's Cottage is here. Says, hi, Manuel. Hi, Andrew and Avery, Glenn, Andy, and Dave. Fantastic. Welcome to the show. Dave says hello to Rosie's. Manuel says hello to Rosie's Cottage. Says good evening. Andy says, hey, Rosie. Let's see. Tim's here. Hey, Tim, how's it going? Says hello from Kentucky. Welcome to the show. And Manuel says, is tomorrow I'm going to church. Tomorrow morning, pray for all my good friends and family. Oh, please. Manuel, please pray for us. Because nobody else will. Isn't that right, Avery?
I think people do the opposite of pray for me. They really.
It reminds me, I'm rewatching The West Wing right now, and
Yes.
there's an episode of The West Wing in which C.J. Craig, who's the press secretary for the president, gets a letter from a group of people saying that they are praying for her, and she's like, "Oh, that's really nice." And then she goes down the list of other people that they're praying for, and she goes,
Uh,
"Oh, this is a horrible list. These are bad people." It's like, she's like, "Wait a minute."
yeah.
They're not praying that I have a long and happy life. They're praying that I burn in heck.
Yeah.
But oh well. Anyway, all right. Let's see what else is going on.
It's because you're
Uh,
naughty.
that's right. Dave says, "I wish they would call you when you're live." I've only ever gotten calls during live streams like once or twice, and it doesn't happen very often. I don't get very many calls after 8 p.m. Matter of fact, I think my last call this evening was around like a little before 7. Um, I think if I wanted to get live stream scam calls, I'd have to do it like right after work because they tend to call right after work, right after 5 o'clock.
Uh
I
huh.
get I get I get several of them in a row.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe one of these days I'll jump on a live stream right
There is
after
that
work.
one you answered on Todd's stream.
The granny porn one, yes. I never did. I still have yet to make that into a video, but that
Oh
was
my
funny.
gosh.
Well, I hadn't made it into a video because there's editing that would need to be done because I
Uh huh.
had the recording from the phone, I had the recording from my computer, and then I had the live stream recording. So I have to put all three of those together to make the best video, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I mean, I've got all of it, I just haven't done it yet.
Mm.
So, for all of you out there who have no idea what we're talking about, I got a scam call while I was on Todd's live stream, and I don't know how the conversation got around to granny porn, but it did. I think. Well, what do you remember what I said?
No.
I said something like, "Hurry it up! I'm on a video chat with my friends. We're watching granny porn or
Yeah, yeah,
something."
you said something like that. Yeah. We were all laughing.
Yes, you were. You were. That's why I said I've got to splice all three videos because to get the full effect
Yeah.
of that. It's a short call. It was stupid.
Yeah, it'd make a good short for
Yeah, I'll have to check. It might have made a good short. Oh, I've still been doing shorts every day.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
So,
The other shorts that you need to work on.
oh, the one with the animation.
Yeah, I wasn't going to use that
Yes.
word. I was
Well,
going to let you keep that under your hat.
no, it's a goal. It's a
Yeah.
goal. I got to talk about it in order to make sure I
Make
keep
sure
it fresh.
people hold you accountable.
Yes, they will do that. When you throw out an idea and they like it, they will
Oh,
they
they do
will.
that to Todd. Dude, Todd's audience does that big time.
Oh, I
You got
know.
to be real careful what you say. Like, Todd's like, Avery, could you please not say stuff something? Because I'll throw out an idea and it's like, oh,
And it's a good idea, and they're
uh,
very they're absolutely going to consider it. But now the audience knows about it.
yeah, and they want it.
So yeah,
It's like, well, we're really open on this live stream. Maybe sometimes I'm a little too open because it's supposed to be how the sausage is made.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, if you want to show them the sausage, let's show them the sausage.
Yeah, what's that old expression? That's one of the things you don't want to. One of the things you don't want to see made: laws and sausages, or something like that. Yeah. Behind the scenes of comics and videos and so
Yeah.
forth. So, all right, let me catch up on the chat because there's a lot of conversations going on here. Manuel says he'll pray for me and my family. Thank you very much. Rosie says, "Hello, Tim. Hello, Dave, Andy, and Manuel. All fine. Thank you. Hope you all had a good weekend." Well, so far it's been a fantastic weekend. I had a great week. I don't know about Avery. I don't really care about him, but I had a good one. So Manuel says,
I'm fine, thank you very much.
"Okay, good." Manuel says, "Yes, I had a great weekend. It's Mardi Gras weekend." Oh, okay, but just stay safe. You know those Mardi Gras, they can get a little crazy. So whatever you do, be safe. Glenn says, "Have you seen Pierogi's latest where he exposes a lady scammer and her picture from her computer?" Oh, I always think that's great. I love it when scam baiters can do that. I don't have that technology and the ability or the savvy or the intelligence or any of that stuff. But I definitely do like hitting on the lady ones. So sometimes, sometimes, sometimes they can be. They're not human. I mean, you might as well just be mean
They're
to
not.
them.
They're not people.
They're not really people.
Do what you want with them.
They're not people that I'm ever going to meet in
That's
real
how
life.
I feel about the nice lady locked up in my basement.
Oh, jeez. Guys, he's
kidding.
joking. He's joking.
I don't have a basement.
Oh, yeah. You know what I was watching? Jen and I were watching. We were trying to get up to date on The Last of Us.
Uh-huh.
Are you watching it at all?
No, I'm not interested.
Okay, well, episode 3 introduces you to some new characters who, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it was a difficult episode to watch at the beginning. But there's this one scene where they're evacuating the town, right? And you see this guy like in his basement watching the monitors of all the street and what's going on around his house. And once everybody leaves, the military leaves with all the people of the town, he comes out. But he's in his basement and it pans around and you look at his basement, he's got like 2 walls of guns and he's got like food and stuff. And I turned to Jen and go, Avery.
I don't have that many.
Well, I mean, you would if you could, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, somebody asked the character later on, "Are you a prepper?" And he said, "No, I'm a survivalist." And I'm like, "That's exactly what Avery would be."
I don't know if I go that far, but
if you could, you would.
I'd have Okay, the main thing for me, the reason I would have a lot is I have a certain fascination with a very particular firearm.
Oh, okay.
That has a lot of variations.
Well,
I want them all.
So one of the things that happens once they have this lockdown is, and everybody's out of the town, he immediately loads up his truck. He goes to the local Home Depot. He breaks in and he just takes supplies left and right. And I'm thinking to myself, that's exactly what Avery would do.
Oh, yeah.
And he puts a fence around his entire neighborhood, an electric fence, and booby traps it and all. And I'm like, yeah, I would just die. Yeah, I would just keel over and die. So
yeah, I have like the whole collector mentality we both have.
Oh yeah.
I have that about Kalashnikovs.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's like the most produced firearm in the world.
Yeah. Well, the beginning of the episode made me think about you. Later on, it doesn't remind me of you at all. But yeah. So anyway, all right. Let me catch up on the chat real quick because this is not a pew pew channel. We don't talk. Yeah.
Although one of my favorite pew pewers did get doxxed.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Yeah, some weirdos doxed him.
Oh boy. All right, let me catch up on the chat real quick. Rosie says today's video was great, offering $2,000, which they changed to $3,000. They sure did. Was bizarre. The coaching was weird though, but more worried was the noise in the background. So many voices, so many scammers. Yes, and you could hear them in the background doing other scams, which just it's disturbing what the mentality of these people, and what they're willing to do to you and to me and to everybody else we know. It's just disgusting. So Rosie says, Mardi Gras, how wonderful. Hope you have fun, Manuel. I bet you Manuel's out there partying with those youngins, the ones out there throwing out the beads. And I remember I went to Mardi Gras once as a kid, and I remember picking up a lot of beads. So they're cheap beads, but people just love it. So Brian's here. Hey, Brian. He says, how many calls do you record that are yet to be used? Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. As a matter of fact, I mean, what's so funny is at the end of the year, I had a listing of recordings, of audio recordings, not video recordings, audio recordings, and I pretty much just dumped them. because there were so many of them. I'm like, I am never going to get around to these. So here, I will give you guys a quick look real quick. Show you what my this is my folder of video recordings. These are all video recordings that I haven't done anything with yet.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, going and
That's a lot.
these go all the way back to, let's see.
You think that's a lot? You should see his porn folder.
They go back to about March of last year.
Wow.
They go back to March of last year. Now there was a bunch that I just went ahead and dumped simply because they were either really short, most likely just hang-ups, and yeah. One of the things I thought about doing is maybe in order to clear some of that crap out is take like 10 or 15 of them at one time and just put them into one long video and make 5 or 6 or 10 of those and have them scheduled to go up, like once or twice a month, like an hour worth of just nothing but call after call after call. I don't know if anybody's going to care about that, but that may be what I do to get rid of some of those old recordings. Because what I do is I look at a recording, and if it's really funny or it's really entertaining or it's really informative, I go ahead and make it into a video, even if it's short. If it's a 2-minute clip, it's a 10-minute clip, it's a 20-minute clip. If I think it's any of those three things, I'll go ahead and make it into a video and try to get it out there as soon as possible. If it's just a regular call where not anything really funny happens or interesting happens, and it's the same old, I'll save the recording, but it just sits there and I don't do anything with it. So I try to make a priority if something's good. Like for example, somebody asked me in one of the comments, had I gotten the lottery scam calls? And I'm like, no, I'd never heard of the lottery scam. Well, I got one the other day. The only problem is the audio from their side was so bad, it wasn't worth making into a video. So I've got my fingers crossed that they call again. But I got that. I finally got that scam call where they call you, Avery, and tell you won the lottery, and you're like, what? But they literally call you to tell you that you won the lottery.
How?
And
I didn't play.
yeah, I know.
Weird.
I know. That's the funny thing. I
Even
wanted
if
to
you
hear
did
more.
play, how do you know it was me that bought that ticket? That's weird.
Because you do realize that every time you buy a ticket, they ask you to put in your telephone number so they can call you when you win, right?
They never.
That's how they get your number is when you buy the lottery ticket.
Never.
They ask you for your telephone number,
it's
right?
Never happened.
It's never happened. You sure?
Never, ever.
I'm fairly. How else did they get your number then?
Never.
There are people out there that believe this. I am so sorry, but there are people out there who believe this. All right, let me catch up on the chat real quick. Rosemary's here. Hey, how's it going? Says thank you for sharing that all that you do, sharing that you do. It's really appreciated. Not a problem. I enjoy doing it. Tim's here. Hey, Tim. Tim says the Den of Tools used his smoking bear to narrate most of the time. Hold on a second. The Den of Tools uses his smoking bear to narrate most of the time. I have no idea what he's saying.
He's saying a particular YouTuber probably uses an animated bear to do the narrating for his videos. That's common on YouTube. A lot of people use that.
That might be cool.
Something
that might
like
be
that.
Cool.
They use a little animated character of them to do the narrating, and it's usually
I'm working on something like that as well. So Manuel says, yes, I have fun on Mardi Gras Big Parade. It's Tuesday. Fantastic. Glenn says, you don't have a basement? Then where do you lock them up? That was for you, by the way.
Yes.
His answer is yes. Pez, oh, hey, Pez, how's it going? He says, how's it going? He says, good day, everyone. Hope you're all well. Welcome, my friend from down under. Thank you for stopping by. Rosie says hi to Pez. It says, how are you? Let's see. Tim says, and that guy needs to talk faster. Oh, you mean for that one video? Yeah. I got one recently. I literally was like, this guy has got to slow down. He's going so fast. I don't think it was the one I posted recently. I got another one. Oh my goodness. It just Avery, sometimes I think the scammers like to talk as much as I do.
Yeah. That's why they talk fast, so they can confuse you and you can't keep up.
Yeah, that's true too. Dave says, Avery, did you ever see the sharpshooter who hit his target from a mile and a half out Hancock? I forget his name.
No.
Does that sound familiar?
I've heard of people making those kinds of shots. There's a few people in the world that can do it with the right rifle and the right conditions. They can. It's pretty. Insane.
I always imagined if we were in like a futuristic utopia, not utopia, but what is it when it's the end of the world? Dystopia. That I would want to be a sharpshooter. I want to be the guy that gets up really high and then shoots people from really far away.
That's a very particular set of skills.
Yes.
Do it from really far away. Those guys are.
Yeah, but my only problem is I've never shot a rifle before. I'm afraid of heights and my vision sucks. But I really do think I could be a good sharpshooter.
Can you do trig in your head?
On some things, yes.
For those really far shots, like a mile and a half, you literally have to take in to account the rotation of the Earth.
Well, I was good at trig and analytical geometry, but the rotation of the Earth, forget it.
I don't have anywhere I could really shoot really, really far, and I'm just good enough to defend myself. That's it. Yeah. I don't claim to be an expert in anything. I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude that likes block guns.
Pez says, good day to Rosie. Max is here. Hey, Max, how's it going? I've started getting scam calls from a Spanish call center. Really?
Wow. That's unusual. Usually it's Pakistan usually.
Yeah, I get calls from Spanish-speaking people. They go, do you speak Spanish? And I'm like, no. And they're like, okay. And then they hang up. But I don't know if they're scammers or if they're people returning calls from scammers, because that could always happen too.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah. Manuel says, my niece was in the Mardi Gras parade in Youngsville, Louisiana this morning. Oh, that's fantastic. Brian's here. Hey, Brian. He says, damn. Dave says, wow. Uh-oh, we said something bad.
Uh-oh.
Obviously, we said something bad. Sorry, guys. Whatever it was, I apologize. It was about 4 minutes ago, so whatever it was bad. Rosie says, I don't know. Rosie says, OMG, that's scary, Andrew. Oh, goodness gracious. What did I say? Guys, I'm so sorry. This happens when I fall behind on the chat. I say something, you guys comment, and I don't read it for 10 minutes later.
You forget exactly what you said like 3 minutes ago.
So bad. Manuel says, good evening, everyone in chat. Happy Saturday night. Brian says, Timothy is a hot commodity. Laugh. Oh, yes, he is. Timothy is a great name. Manuel says, I like Timothy Williams. Very funny meme. I like what you get up to on the scammer. Oh, excuse me. It's from talking too fast. Pez says, good day to Manuel. Manuel says, hello and good evening. Tim says, I do ask if Ed McMahon will deliver my winnings. Oh, that's for the Publisher Clearinghouse one. Now, one I haven't. I don't think I've gotten the Publisher Clearinghouse one yet. I've been told about it. I did get a final expense scam call in which they transferred me to an agent who worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. But I don't think it's the same thing as the one that everybody talks about. So I haven't gotten those yet.
They just got his wires crossed of who he's supposed to transfer you to listen in on.
Rosie says, laugh out loud, Tim. And with a really large cash for a photo op too. Oh, they might have been talking about my list of videos. That was it. Guys, I am so sorry. I really need to pay attention and keep up with the chat, because you guys make really good points and really good comments, but I don't read them for 5 minutes later and I lose track of what we're talking about. So that is all on me, guys. All on me. Nicole's here. Hey, Nicole says, hey, love your videos. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you checking them out. Alan's here. Hey, Alan says, click on the thumbs up, please. It really helps the channel. Yes, please do. Please do. I always forget to mention. I always forget to say that during live streams because we're too busy talking, but I appreciate you guys watching out for me, okay? Dave says, Drew, I was talking about your list of calls. Yes, I figured it out eventually. Thank you, Dave. What's so funny is back when my phone worked properly and actually recorded calls, I had a list of just audio calls at least that long.
Yeah.
And I kind of stopped making videos using the audio only because I get so many of the video ones. Actually, while I was at the store today, I actually pulled out my little, my wife gave me a little handheld pocket audio recorder, digital audio recorder.
Mm.
So when I
What
took
is
a
that, a
couple of the
Zoom?
calls, no, actually, no, it's actually worse than that. It's a SanDisk.
SanDisk?
SanDisk? Yeah, I've never, yeah. I think it used to belong to my father-in-law or something. I don't know, but I did record some of the calls today at the store using it, so we'll see how that goes.
You know those old tape recorders like that, the handheld?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a stash of small tapes around here I have not listened to that I need to because it's my dad
Okay.
telling Vietnam stories.
Really?
Yes. And I still haven't listened to them because, you know.
Have you heard them before?
Probably I've heard these stories before, but still. It's
Wow.
a recording of my dad before he passed. He was recording some of his stories from Vietnam.
Wow. Very cool.
I need to sit down and listen to those.
Well, yeah, you do.
It could be rough, but it could be, you know, good to hear his voice again.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons my mother-in-law, the voice, the answering machine for the house has his voice saying you've reached blah 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 blah, leave a message. She wants to keep it just simply because it's got his voice on it.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand. But all right, well, make sure when you sit down and do it, get a stiff drink in hand just in case you need it. You know?
Oh, I can't drink.
Oh, well.
I can't drink anymore, not on these meds.
Well, I was going to say, have it with you, just don't drink it.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and read some more of the chat to get caught up. Brian says, the dam was for the amount of calls you have. Yes, I got it. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Rosie says, no, Andrew, it was the length of your list of calls. Yep, see? Avery, I'm so bad. Guys, you guys know I'm stupid, but that's all right. Hey, Bill's here. Hey, Bill. He says, my chat is messed up. I only see 3 comments. Andrew, anyone know how to fix that? I have no idea. I see it scrolling, and I see it on my StreamYards. My StreamYards has a delay, but I have no idea.
You might have to close YouTube and come back.
Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Rosie says, oh no, Bill, try closing the window.
Yeah.
I have one of the best audiences out there. You know what? Yeah, see if you can close it and open it back up. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but give it a shot. Pez says, good day to Bill. Manuel says, I enjoyed your live streams tonight, Drew. Very funny. Well, thank you. We try. Tim says, the last clearinghouse call told me that Ed had passed on. Oh. Ed McMahon did pass away, did he not? Avery?
Yes, I believe he did.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure of it. It's sad, but I'm pretty sure it happened. Dave says, come on, 3 likes, 17 people. Hit the button, folks. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. Manuel says, I give you lots of thumbs up all the time. I watch your videos, and I do appreciate it. I absolutely do. Glenn says, I know you believe you understand what you think he said, but I'm not sure you realize that what you heard is not what he meant.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Glenn. Are you talking about one of the videos?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying very hard to catch up on the chat so that we try to stay up to date with it. But Manuel says, good evening, Bill. Happy Saturday. My Michael's here. Hey, Michael says, wondering why these scam call centers don't develop their own do not call list of numbers like yours when they just got screwed with. That begs the question. And I've asked them from time to time. I've said, you know what, especially when they call me an idiot, I always think to myself, well, who's the real idiot here? Me for screwing with you, or for you guys to get screwed with and then continue to call me back again and again and again? Because I've gotten calls in which I know for a fact I've talked to the person before.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the one guy one time where I said, he said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Timothy Williams." And he just started laughing and then hung up. It's like, yeah. obviously we've talked.
They love you.
I know.
They really, truly do.
Bill says, no, none of these ideas work. I'm waiting for YouTube support's answer. Oh, geez. Oof. Good luck with that. Hey, Betty's here. Hey, Betty, how's it going? He says, and she sends me a whole bunch of waving. It says, hello, Andrew, and with waving pink hands. Welcome to the show, Betty. So glad you're here. Tim says, yes, I like to know they read the material on the scam. I like to know they read the material on the scam. Okay. Bill says to Manuel, good to see you, and sends a pink hand waving. Manuel says, he. And then Betty says, laugh out loud. Rosie says, hello, Betty. Virtual hugs. She's sending her those secret messages. Yes. Betty says, hello to everybody. And Manuel says, hello to Betty. Good evening. Happy Saturday night. And who do we have here? I don't know. Okay, hold on a second. I'm not going to read the whole name here, but he says, hello, fellow citizens. Great to see people taking on the scammers. I'm fairly certain this person has been here before because I remember that name. That's great. Betty says hello to Manuel. Says good evening. All right, cool beans. I caught up with the chat. Oh, and then there's one more.
Hi, Rosie.
Betty says hi to Rosie. Okay. Woo. I have been getting some newer scam calls. Well, it's weird saying that because they're really not new. It's more or less, more likely they're just changing their scripts, you know? It's the same old, but I'm getting a lot of newer stuff. And as I make videos, I share them with you guys, but it's an epidemic of calls sometimes. And I don't mind it. I like messing with them. I like screwing with them. What I think is funny is there are times where I'll get a scam call and I'll be busy doing something else, and I don't have the time to talk to them. So I will say something to them knowing their immediate reaction will be to hang up on me. And like a lot of times when I'll get the call claiming to be from Medicare, and if like we're in the middle eating dinner or something, or we're watching a TV show or watching a movie, I'll simply ask them, okay, well, there's 3 people here that have Medicare. Who are you calling for? Because I know that'll get them to immediately hang up because they're like, we're caught. Give up.
Busted.
But it's when I ask a question knowing it should piss them off and have them hang up, and then they keep going. I'm like, oh, all right. Let's do this.
Oh, this one's feeling froggy.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Want to dance?
Those tend to become few and far between nowadays. But I do like trying. But I got to check. I'm not sure what I've got coming up. All right, here's the sad truth, guys. And Avery is going to laugh because he knows this is so true about me. Last Sunday, I took my computer into the store so that if I got a moment, I would work on making videos. And I actually got Monday's videos, Tuesday's video, and Wednesday's videos done and in the can. Had the videos plus the shorts ready to go. So when I got home, hooked everything back up, posted them, and I was covered until Wednesday night, right? Till I had to make something for Thursday. And my first thought was, get ahead, stay ahead.
Didn't happen, did it?
Didn't happen. I've got to make a video for tomorrow tonight.
Shame.
But there was so much potential for me to get ahead and stay ahead, and I didn't do it. It's so sad. But I'm committed. I'm committed to one video a day at 10 a.m. And I'm trying very hard to do a short every day at noon. And I'm trying very hard to stay to that. By the way, are you guys enjoying the shorts? I'm actually using the shorts more as like advertisements.
Yeah.
For the channel.
Yes.
You know, kind of a little clip of what it's about, and if you want longer forms, go to the channel because we have longer form videos. So the shorts aren't necessarily for you guys because there's stuff you guys have already heard 100 times before and so forth. You know, they're for the people that have never seen the channel and want to check it out. You know, kind of like a little teaser, you know. But and what's so funny is in a day of making recordings, I may get 1 or 2 that would make a good video, but then I get 5 or 6 that would make a good short.
Yeah, use them.
Yeah, almost to the point where I've thought about doing more than 1 short a day. I might do 2, or I could literally do 2 or 3, but I don't want to commit to it and then not be able to do it. You know?
Do them when you feel like it. If you feel like doing 2 or 3 in one day, do 2 or 3. If you don't, the next day, just do 1.
Yeah. Well, I get in that mode where I want to stay continuous. I want to stay.
You want to keep it
continuous. Yes, and keep doing it.
Yeah, and then just bank them up.
Well, that's the other thing. The other thing is bank them up because what's so funny is actually this week, I forget what day it was. I think it was Wednesday. I got a call and it was really good. I'm like, oh, this would make a perfect short, but I already had a short ready to go for that day. And I actually pushed the short to another day and made that one and put it out before noon in order to, share it with people because it was good. I liked it. So yeah, I have fun making videos. And I think that is, you've heard that expression before. Enjoy your job and you'll never work a day in your life. I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy making the shorts. I enjoy screwing with these scammers, which I don't consider it a chore. Honestly, sometimes I don't even consider it work.
I hate
but I like doing
videos.
Oh, I know.
Like, it doesn't work for me. I hate it. It is an absolute chore. I like live streaming. That's fine. I could live stream half the day probably.
Yeah. You'll get around to doing it again. I know you.
Yeah. But I'll probably just live stream, and I might download it and occasionally chop up bits and put on YouTube.
Well, one of the streams, or not the streams, one of the videos I had in which the guy went off on me, I literally chopped that whole thing up and made 5 shorts out of it.
Nice. Fantastic.
as a way to get people to check it out. But
yeah,
it was the one in which, God, I think it was from the end of December, but where the guy just went off on me, and it was so hilarious. It just made perfect shorts. So, but I think that's something everybody does. Or at least I think so. All right, let me catch up on the chat because I got really far behind.
Yes.
Betty says hello to Manuel. Rosie says hello to Hero. Welcome. That would be the hero, the guy with the face. Betty says, where's that? Betty says hi to Rosie, and she sends virtual hugs. Let's see. Tim says, I have been watching some of the old Johnny Carson Tonight shows. I love hearing Ed McMahon laughing. It always kind of freaks me out a little bit.
I watched some of those last few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Johnny Carson's interviews are so much better than the people today. They're terrible. The people today are terrible when you compare them to Carson.
Yeah, I know. Manuel says, I watched one video. Was it the store you were working? Yes. I did make some intros while I was at the store. So Rosie says, it shows how famous they were. Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon, what we know of them here in the UK. Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, speaking of the UK, here's Cross. How's it going, man? Actually, no, he's Canada, but that's
Rick's
close
in
enough.
Canada, although
That's
they are.
close to UK, right? Well,
I don't think they're actually fully independent.
do they have the
Of the
Queen on their
crown.
money?
Yeah, they do.
There you go. There you go. He's
They do.
Rosie says hello to Cross. Betty says hi to Faces guy, hero guy. Brian says, I enjoy the shorts. Okay, cool. Excellent. Rosie says the shorts are great. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Tim says, I'm not crazy about shorts. Okay. All right. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. YouTube kind of, from what I understand, YouTube kind of pushes you towards shorts. They want you to, as a creator, they want you to make shorts, so that they can, compete with TikTok. And if you're not making shorts, if you're not doing live streams, if you're not doing these things that they want to promote, they're not going to make your channel. Yeah, there is a perfect formula for how to get attention on YouTube. And it's a combination of a whole bunch of things. I don't think anybody has cracked the code. And honestly, I don't know if you can crack the code, but because if you remember,
they're always screwing with the algorithm.
They're always screwing with it. But I remember there was a time where it had to be between 10 minutes and 15 minutes. Your video had to be a certain length, or it wasn't going to get promoted. It had to have a certain something in the title, in order to be promoted. I mean, it was all these crazy things. I wish there was a guide to exactly what it is YouTube makes available to everybody. But if there was, everybody would be doing it. It's a matter of finding it on your own. I always find it funny. I'll put out a video, and then a day later, I'll get one new subscriber. Then I'll put out a different type of video, whether it be lengthwise or content-wise, and I'll get 15 new viewers in a day. It's like crazy. There's a code out there, and I've never cracked it. But my thing is video a day, a short a day. Put them out there, be consistent, and talk to the people. Respond in chat. I respond as often as I can. Have a live stream where I talk to people and communicate to them. So, but Tim doesn't like my shorts.
I guess I'll just
camo
shorts.
I guess I'll just have to start wearing pants again. There you go. Manuel says, I enjoy your short videos. Okay, I'm back to making them again. Thank you. I'm going to make them again. Manuel likes them. Heinz is here, says, Ed M once paid me a couple of beers in a club in Houston. Must have been 77 or 78. I just got here and had no idea who he was. I found out later. That's funny.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, very cool. It's great to have that experience, that story to tell people. That's awesome. Dave says, keep the shorts coming. They're great. Okay, I'm back on the shorts bandwagon. The hero says hello to Betty and fellow crime fighters. Absolutely. Rosie says, Andrew, would it be okay if I pin your video to Pinterest? I guess so. I have no problem with that.
Please share. Please do. Thank you.
It might help promote your channel on another forum. I was sharing the videos on my Twitter and on my Instagram, and it never did anything. But that's because I don't really have any followers there.
Yeah, and you don't
because
use
I'm
tags.
not there. I don't. Yeah.
You know what? Short videos are what Instagram wants now.
Really?
Short 10-second clips is what Instagram wants now. They hardly won't promote a photo at all now. They want reels. You got to upload reels, which is almost exactly like your story.
Yeah.
But and you can like add music to it and stuff. It's like they're trying to be like TikTok.
I have a hard enough time just keeping up with my YouTube channel.
Yeah, but you could just upload your shorts. Like, how long are your shorts? 10, 20 seconds?
They're usually less than 60 seconds.
Yeah, you could probably like pick the funniest part and just start uploading those to Instagram like one a day.
No, I'll see what I can do.
It, put the
Nicole
right tags
says,
in it.
yeah, Nicole says, have you ever considered collaborating with other scam baiters to call scammers? Nicole, I don't do calling. I don't call anybody. All the calls that I get, all the recordings that I make are them calling me. And it's me getting calls from them and screwing with them. I know a lot of scam baiters. Betty's one. A lot of other scam baiters who actually do calls, call centers and flood them. They do call flooding, and they screw with them. I don't have the time. I've got a regular day job that I'm working. I'm taking some of these calls and just don't tell my boss I do this. He knows. He knows. He's actually listened to me take a call every now and then. But I normally don't do that as often when he's on the call with me, but sometimes we will. But the bottom line is I don't call anybody. I don't have time to call anybody. So collaborating might be cool, but I don't. It's one of those things I can't commit to that because I got enough going on. But another reason why I want to quit my day job. Oh, don't tell my boss I said that either. I want to quit and have my day job so bad, but I can't. Anyway, back to the chat. Rosie says to Hines, that's great and lovely to hear that he was a good person too. Too many bad stories about celebrities. That is true. Oh my gosh, Betty sent me a 99-cent super sticker. Betty, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. Oh, so nice of you. Cross says, you should join me on Tuesday night, Avery, on the chill stream at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Are you even up at 10 o'clock at night on Tuesdays?
Sometimes I am going to be this Tuesday because I have to work.
Oh, okay.
I have to work on pages for a short story. But if I can, Rick, I will because I need to plug Lost Pages 3. It just launched.
Oh,
and,
okay.
I'm inking the ash can that Dan Dahl's doing the art for.
Oh, he did respond. He says, we're like 99% independent from the UK. He's still got a little bit. Little bit of that UK tickle. Little bit.
UK tickle.
And then, of course, he shares his link to his channel.
Of course.
So check it out if you got time. He does make comics. So,
yes.
Tim says, keep up the shorts, please. Okay. All right. I'm back on the shorts. Betty says, the most you share on other social media, the better. They want people that are not on scam baiting to watch and we be aware. Some of us here can spot a scammer a mile away. That's true. My only issue with maintaining other social medias, and I have it. I have a Twitter, I have a YouTube, I have an Instagram. Oh my gosh, I think I even have a TikTok. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I know there are programs. I know there's apps out there where if you post in one place, it'll post in other places.
You get the one program and you log in everything, and you can it'll just post to everything for you.
Yeah, I keep falling back on the fact that maintaining my YouTube channel and what's really sad is
it's a whole other job besides your regular day job.
Misfit Corner Scams right now is maintained every day, twice a day, plus weekly for the live stream.
Yeah.
Misfit Corner Comics is not. I have barely touched that channel in so long, and I started moving some of the videos I liked and wanted to keep over to that channel, and it's like you said, it's another job. It's not easy, you know.
Plus, you're on Todd's channel for about 4 or 5 hours a week.
Dude, last night I felt so bad. My eyes were killing me. When I dipped out and came back in as Drew 2.0, I went and switched it to my phone so that I could go lay down in bed.
Yeah.
I was my eyes were killing me.
Yeah.
It's like that stream is like a half hour too long.
Sometimes I'm exhausted after that stream. I'm just like, I'm ready to lay down.
Those guys like live for live streaming.
Yeah.
You know, they love doing it, and you know, that's part of the business. It's part of the business that they've adopted into, you know.
Yeah.
They've got to. So
yeah. And they even do Discord streams too.
Yep. All right, let me check. Let me catch back up. The hero says TikTok, Chinese spyware, and full of predators. Yeah, I've heard that as well. I mean, I don't want nobody scamming on me, so maybe I should stay away from it. Glenn says, at least they didn't call them briefs or boxers. That's true. That's true. Instead of shorts. Betty says flooding their phones is the best, so potential victims can't get through. Yes, yes. And she sends a green smiley face. Rosie says, "Love your tiny image better. Look, it's like a tiny giggling Hulk." Oh, it's the green smiley face.
Oh, okay.
Cross says, "Cool. You can just come through Discord, Avery."
Okay.
Oh, that's another thing. I have a Discord too, and I'm barely ever there.
Yeah.
Fearful Milk picks on me about that because he helped me set the damn thing up.
Yeah, I'm lucky to post in Todd's Discord like maybe once a week.
Yeah,
once or twice a week.
Yeah, I'm on Betty's Discord. I'm on Todd's, and I don't. I'm sorry, guys. I just let me quit my day job, and then I can spend more time
exactly.
social media.
Well, because doing social media and try to build an audience is a full-time job on its own.
I think it's crazy that there's people out there that hire social media managers.
Yeah, because they're that popular. They have to have someone to help them.
I had a guy come into the store a few weeks ago who introduced himself as the social media manager for another comic book store in town. And I thought maybe he was like trying to, become my social media. He was trying to, he might've been, but I was like, yeah. Okay, good. Happy for you. But the idea that you would have to have one or could need to have one.
If you're really, really big, I can see it being necessary.
Oh yeah.
If you're really big, someone that like moderate your comments for you and stuff,
You know what I need to do? I need to find an unpaid intern. Or heck, or a child, or a niece, somebody who is familiar with
sure,
to do it. Yeah, I got a couple of nieces. Let me reach out to them.
Lots of the big YouTubers have assistants, if not several.
Yeah. Avery, I hope I never get that to where I need that.
No, that would be good because you'd be making 7 figures.
Oh no, they would work for free. They would absolutely work for free.
You would be making 7 figures. You'd be paying them $6.
$6? Yeah, that's about it.
No figures.
Cross says you're welcome, and I just figured you'd be asleep.
Yeah.
No, I would be asleep. Trust me, I would be asleep by 10 o'clock.
Oh, so. Yeah, he will.
Oh, he says he's got a TikTok account now.
Oh man.
See,
I still don't have one. I don't want one. I don't need it. I don't even like TikTok, and I still see people's TikToks on Instagram. Somebody it's like, why does they show me this shit?
Somebody had mentioned that one of the TikTok things is that they're mapping the identity of people. You're putting yourself, and they're associating your identity with actually how you look. In order to build like a huge database of people, what they look like and their identities. So that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. Have you ever watched one of those movies where they're looking for somebody and they're looking for them all over the world, and they have video cameras all over the world bringing in data, and everybody's face is being mapped like in order to identify people? I mean, there's people on TikTok that are literally putting themselves out there and making themselves available for that type of thing.
Sure.
I mean, I know people don't think about it that way, but it's kind of scary,
People are too used to technology being very invasive in their lives these days,
and they're comfortable with it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So,
well, because they don't realize how it can be used against them. They don't even fathom it, and it's like, no, it can be.
Yep. Nicole says, if you have free time, would you call back any scammer who has called you? I've returned calls only to find out that they most likely 9 out of 10 times they're spoofing somebody else's number who has no clue what you're calling about. there's been a couple of times in which I've gotten a number and called back and actually got to somebody. Most of the times they're not. I don't 100% know for sure they're scammers. They're definitely bad people trying to sell you a product. They're trying to sell you something and take advantage of you. But whether or not it's like a call center, it's never been a call center. I've never done that before. Never gotten through to a call center. Because believe me, if I did, I'd share it with Betty and whoever else I know. But who does that kind of stuff? But I've never found a number to date that led to a call center where I could screw with people. Or it's been a very long time. I think I had one number one time for a call center that was claiming to be from Social Security, and I just kept calling them. I called them back until eventually they blocked my number. But yeah, I don't get that situation happening very often. So Rosie says, found him. New favorite emoji. He's adorable. Now I have a mental image of the Hulk being tickled. That's funny. Of the little laughing green face. Rosie says that should have said that should have said of the Hulk being tickled. Typo is going okay. Well, that's what I thought you wrote. That's what I thought you wrote in the first place. So. Manuel says, I still got emails from scammers every day. I delete, put in the trash. I don't click on the website, and scammers, my good friend. Very good. Actually, my mother-in-law also got taken advantage of by an email scammer. She got a message and she said to me, she says, hey, we need to go online and we need to pay this bill. It was for our cable or internet. And I said, I'm pretty sure that's auto debited. I don't think there's any issue. She says, well, I got an email saying that it didn't go through. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so I went to our cable provider website. I logged in, and turns out the bill is set for auto pay and it doesn't go through till like the 1st of March. So I'm like, when did you get a message from them? And she showed me the message. She actually printed it out, Avery. She printed it out, and I'm looking at it, and it says who it's from, and it says the company name, and then this long ass email that has nothing to do with the company whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
And they had a link to click on your account. And I said, did you click on that link? And she says, yeah, I did. And I said, and what happened? She says, well, I couldn't remember my password, so nothing worked. And I'm like, and I actually showed her what the link went to, and it was definitely not the business website.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I told her, I said, you don't pay your bills late. That doesn't happen. Why would you panic over that? Because you don't pay your bills late. If you get a message, and I'm told her this, if you get a message that says you haven't paid your bill, it's a scam, 100%, because all your bills are paid on time in full. She gets the electric bill, and she says, "Here, make sure this gets paid." And I said, "Okay, no problem." And I go online, and she could easily click into the account and pay it, but I do it for her to make sure it's done. And I said, "You do realize you're paying this like 22 days early, right?" She's like, "Yes, just pay it. Just pay it." They love to panic people. They love to make people afraid. They want you afraid.
I got an email about an unauthorized access email change to my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
That my email was changed, and I looked in the email, clicked the link. It's to my Facebook, and I have to put in the, and I have to put in the passcode. I did not put in the passcode because I was like, this is not the email I'm signed up to Facebook with.
No.
I'm not signed up to Facebook with this email.
That's funny. And if you're not paying attention, you might not realize it.
Yeah. It's like, I know what email I'm signed up to Facebook with, and it's not this one.
Yep. All right. Let me catch back up on the chat real quick. Rosie says to Manuel, well done. He says, thank you. And she sends a smiley face. Heinz says, I just stumbled on your chat here. I watched your videos every morning. I love it because it's not 45 or 90 minutes. You're welcome. And you don't do the vulgar replies, even if they insult you. Carry on, mate. Yeah, I find, what's that old expression about you can get more flies with sugar than with vinegar or something? People ask me, say,
Honey.
why are you so, or honey, yes. People say, why are you so patient? So I'm trying to waste as much of their time as possible. If I start yelling and arguing with them, they're not going to stay on the phone. But yeah, I do understand that 45, 90-minute thing. I feel when it comes to these calls, they're as long as they can be. I don't try to keep them on the phone for 90 minutes. I got a job to do. I could waste 15 minutes. I could waste 25 minutes. I could get away with that sometimes. But yeah, but I am planning on making longer videos, cutting a bunch of videos together. So there are, for the people that want longer videos, there's more coming. As you guys saw earlier this evening, there's a lot more coming. Okay, Cross says my face isn't on any TikTok video yet, just my voice. Okay, well your face is out there on YouTube. I'm sure that TikTokers people scrub YouTube as well. Yeah. I mean, you guys are never going to get rid of this face. It's plastered here forever.
I've been trying for 30 years.
Betty says, what about cameras everywhere? There's no privacy anymore. Yeah. And we accept it. We accept it and we move on. You know, crazy. Rosie says, it really is scary how dependent we are on technologies. We're moving toward a world of Minority Report, the movie, and fast pace, I think.
Yeah.
Did you ever saw the TV? Did you ever saw the TV show?
No.
I know they made a Minority Report TV show.
Never watched it.
Or lasted one season.
I know what it's about, and there's people that would love to do that kind of stuff.
Well, the movie's actually pretty good. I watched it again recently. It's good.
It's got Tom Cruise in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's still fine. Betty says, with our chats on screen, I get to check my spelling more. It's one of the reasons why I don't respond to the chat by typing, because then you guys would know how freaking horrible I am at spelling. You think I'm bad when it comes to just talking? I'm very bad at spelling too. Matter of fact, what was it? It was something work related. We had a new web page that we designed for reports, and we finished it. It looked great. I published it. I pushed it out, and we were like, okay, let's let everybody know. And then we had the one girl on our team who does our quality checking. She went through it and said, wait a minute, you put where, the word where was supposed to be WERE, and I wrote WHERE. She goes, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, and my boss was like, oh crap, glad you found that. So we fixed it. And I was like, nope, that was me. That was all me. I did it. That was my mistake. Hey, I accept it. I accept the fact I'm a horrible speller. So, Rosie says, yes, Betty, exactly. Constant surveillance. Mind you, if they want to spy on me hugging our wee dog, Jade, while watching Judge Judy and doing jigsaws, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. I remember that when they, early in the days when they started putting cameras up everywhere in England, a guy noticed one of the cameras faced towards his apartment into his flat.
Oh, really?
And he started dressing up in this crazy alien costume, right? Just walking around his apartment in the costume, and the cop showed up.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
That's
sad. Home. That's scary, but that's funny too.
He's in his home, and the police showed up.
All right. Betty says, everyone, please report scam emails from PayPal and Amazon to their respective companies. They are working on cracking down on scammers. Thank you. Really? I was of the opinion, or of the impression, that they didn't have time to care about that stuff. I'd be thrilled to hear that they're doing something about it, or they're trying to do something about it. Usually those companies are so big that they, scams are just a way of life. It's just something that happens. So I'd be very thrilled to hear that they're actually out there trying to do something about it. So good. If you guys get any scam emails, Amazon, PayPal. I've never gotten one for PayPal. You know what? I've never even gotten a call about PayPal, and I use PayPal every day. So that's really weird. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. The hero says, too many cameras agree. That's why I have to hide my identity with a mask now. That's good. Betty says, I agree. I love honey. Laugh out loud. Rosie says, ooh, I never knew there was a Minority Report series. Yeah, it was a TV series. I don't know if it did. I assume it didn't do very well because it didn't last very long, but there is one out there. Matter of fact, I remember I was reading a comic recently that had an advertisement for it, but that could have been many, many years ago. So it's out there somewhere. Glenn says, the other day I told the scammer that I had to put them on hold to answer a call from a different scammer. They promptly hung up. I did that recently too. The guy was trying to transfer me, and you could hear people in the background, and I was commenting. Oh no, what it was all right. Never mind. This is a video that's coming out soon. I'll give you the setup. The scammer was transferring me to a licensed agent, but instead of putting the phone on mute, he left it on to where you could hear all the activity going on in the background. Well, when the agent finally came on the line, I could barely hear him because all the background noise from the scammers the call center, and you could hear them talking in the background. I could hear somebody asking about Medicare and something else, and I told the agent, I said, they're in the middle of doing different scams, and then all of a sudden everybody started to hang up on me. But it's funny. I actually have a video where I dropped the S word, and they know right away. Let's see here. Betty says, for you, the hero. Okay. Betty says to Glenn, oh yes, I heard that one. Laugh out loud. Betty says to Rosie, sends her a message. Manuel says a bunch of happy smiley faces. The hero says, thank you, Betty. My current mask gives me pink eye occasionally. Oh, jeez. You poor guy.
Oh, what a
Rosie,
stinker.
Yeah, what a stinker. Rosie says, Betty, puppy emojis, thank you.
Everybody poops.
Yeah, everybody does. Betty says, laugh out loud. Tim says, when Amazon calls, I start complaining about their products I've purchased. That's funny. That's like, I got one. I'm pretty sure I made it into a video where they called about a charge on my debit card. And they said, do you have your debit card? I said, sure. Let me go get it. And I went to my wallet and I said, my debit card's missing. Oh my gosh, somebody's got a hold of my debit card. And they freaked out and hung up the phone. It's like they were calling to verify a charge. And when I said I lost my card, they didn't know what to do. Pretty bad, I know. Manuel says, that's wonderful, Betty. Awesome. Betty says, yep, Andrew's scam baiting has gotten so bad that companies are now paying attention. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is a very good thing. You know what's so funny is it's out there. It affects everybody because they call everybody. They don't care if your number's on a do not call list. They don't care if your number's unlisted because they get those auto dialers that it dials 9999, 9990, 99901. You know, it just dials those numbers over and over again. And I know that to be a fact because my wife's number ends in a 4. My number ends in a 5. It's the same exact number except it has a different digit. And I'll get a call from on her line, and then the same number will be calling my line. And so I know that they're using those dialing systems. So that's just the way it is, guys. It's the way it is. Let's see. Glenn says, haven't you noticed the Hilton report? Costco travel and Hilton Resorts, Costco travel, and Carnival Cruise. I have the identity. They have the same exact script. Okay. I've gotten the Costco travel one. I don't think I've gotten Hilton. Well, no, I have gotten the Hilton calls, not the Carnival Cruise. So, yeah. Be very careful, guys. Be careful who you give your personal information to. LVMMLG says, just wanted to let you know I love your site. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Heinz says, I think Amazon, PayPal, and such care as much about scam betting as the law enforcement in India about cybercrime. Ooh. Yeah. I tend to understand. Well, actually, if you think about it, PayPal and Amazon and companies, if you get scammed by somebody claiming to be from those companies, the companies are not responsible. PayPal is not responsible for that. Amazon is not responsible if you get duped by a scammer. So it does kind of drag their name through the mud, but technically, honestly, it's the scammers, not the companies doing it or being involved in it. So their level of we should care is probably very small. But if scam baiters are making videos and people are becoming more aware of it and more people complain, maybe that's exactly what needs to happen, is for them to get involved. Amen to that. Get Amazon involved, because I get enough of those Amazon scams. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows it because everybody gets them. LVMMLG says, hey, are you doing any phone calls today? No, nothing today. I got a few phone calls earlier today, but I'm not making any calls. So Rosie says hello. And the hero says, let's face it, the Indian government do the bare minimum to tackle the problem. Seems the officials have their fingers in the pie, most likely. Most likely. Is that a scary thought? That people that are supposed to be on the side of the innocent, the tax paying, members of society, are letting these things happen. Just goes to show you we live in a world full of people, and people can be downright greedy pains in the butts, and horrible people. So anyway, okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I hope you all had a wonderful Saturday night. Pez, I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you do have the day off on Monday, like me, I'm very happy about that. I hope you all have a very safe and holiday. And if you don't have the day off, then, I'll wave from you from the cheap seats. I'm just kidding. I don't think President's Day is one of those holidays that they're not going to call me. So I probably get a lot of calls. Heck, maybe I'll do a live stream Monday since I'm not doing the regular job. Hey, you never know. We'll see what happens. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy Mardi Gras if you're out there in that area. Have fun. And yeah, I know. Remember, if you get calls like this, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do.
That's not what I was saying about.
Oh, okay.
Lost Pages 3 is already shadow banned on Indiegogo.
Oh, geez.
It just launched yesterday.
That really
it won't come. I type it out, it won't show up.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just read the rest of the chats now that you delayed me. Sorry. Cross says later all. Bill says Burger King is gone. Burger King is gone. I don't know what that means, but okay. Tim says I have most ever day off. Sounds like a retired person. That sounds wonderful. Betty says scam baiting is fun, but to see results, we need to go after the suppliers, such as the website providers. Now that is absolutely a truth. Absolutely true. Rosie says, have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, and a wonderful week. Manuel, have a fun Mardi Gras on Tuesday. Hugs and night. Betty says, thank you for the stream. Absolutely. Hero says, goodbye, everybody. Thank you all for what you do against these criminal scammers. LVMMLG says, good. Thank you, Rosie. Betty says, good night, everybody. Bill says, bankrupt. Oh, really? Burger King is finished as in bankrupt. Really?
Ooh.
Burger King?
Wow.
Burger King started in Jacksonville, right?
Oh, no.
The first Burger King was in Jacksonville. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Betty says bye to Rosie. And Rosie says bye to Betty and LVMMLG. And Bill says, yep. Wow, I may have to look into that a little bit. Not that I'm a big Burger King fan. I like their burgers, but you know what it probably was? It was those Impossible burgers. That's what killed them.
Probably.
Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Talk to y'all later.